I'm here because I'm running for United States Senate.
Talk to me about why you decided to run for Senate.
Sure. From little on, I was campaigning. I helped my grandpa Louie. All of us cousins would go door to door on Saturday mornings, and we always laugh. We'd miss out on Saturday morning cartoons because we were handing out flyers for my grandpa Louie, and he was a county supervisor and a state representative here. And growing up further, my dad followed his footsteps as a county supervisor and a state representative, and we continued that campaigning, and it's always been in our family. And myself, I came back to the farm after a year at Wartburg College, and I had the opportunity to feed cattle and row crop farm with my family and my dad, and I kind of fell in their footsteps. And then I ran for county supervisor, and I was county supervisor from 2016 to 20. Served on numerous boards that comes with that position. I was also on Iowa State Association of Counties Executive Board. I love that. That association just did tremendous work for outreach with what the state was doing and how it was affecting us locally. But I just had that calling and that deep down in my heart, I always had that eye on the Senate spot. And I just said, someday if I could just work my way through and build a reputation of working with people, that maybe someday I'd have that chance. And I never expected it to happen like this. It's just kind of happened fast. And I've been working with a great team to kind of build this campaign, and we're here. I kind of feel like it's now or never. I'm in my prime. My kids are in an awesome spot. I'm just a regular Iowan living everyday life like all of us with kids in the school. My wife working on Main Street in Manning as a librarian, and me farming and being a part of politics. And I just feel like a U.S. Senate seat could do so much good for shaping our future of who Iowa is and what opportunity we can help everybody have.
When you talk about, though, being a county supervisor and working on that local level and understanding how much the county can really impact people locally, with the moves that they make every single day, with what they do and how they operate, why go from such a community-minded job to a U.S. Senate seat that is so 1,000-foot view, right, 10,000-foot view?
And the great thing about the county level is you can really work together to find solutions. And, a lot of times on the county level, it's just roads and bridges. Well, no, the county level is so much more than that. With mental health and public health and early childhood of Iowa and economic awards, and so many things that go into it. Like I said, public health, especially this year. But to go up to that 1,000-foot view, I realize that from a local level, the here view needs to truly help get the resources, the education, the funding to get to the state level and to get it to the local level, so the locals can truly use that source and use that up here level to better our lives on the ground. Agriculture is definitely, that's who I am, that's what I do, it's what I grew up to do. We got to make sure that our family farms are not going by the wayside and that we're not continuing to lose family farms to big corporate ag. Our beef industry is horrendous right now. 4 big packing plants controlling 85% of our meat supply. That didn't happen overnight. That's happened over years of consolidation. And COVID truly exposed the weakness in our food supply chain. That shouldn't happen. Consumers are paying higher prices for beef. The packing plants are making record profits. The conditions for workers are horrible, and the rancher and the cattleman and the feedlot are not making ends meet. That's got to change. We got to focus on those. Environment on farming, what we just talked about, that's something that we have to focus on. That helps the urban areas, helps rural areas. Education, from start to finish. From early childhood of Iowa that I worked on, we know that you get those programs in place that helps those kiddos out to whatever level of education you receive. We've got to be the beacon of education in Iowa. We want the best and brightest teachers and professors here. Helps keeps our kiddos here. I don't like that a lot of times they leave after they get an education to other states. We talked about infrastructure. We've got to grow out our state so that those kids that have that education come back to our state and have all the opportunity in the world to make the best life right here in Iowa for them. And then, of course, healthcare and mental health. Those are my main issues that I just near and dear to me. And like I said, I'm just a regular Iowan. I'm just a farm kid that grew up and came back to the farm, and my boots are on the ground as far as I'm living here. My wife and I are raising our family here. Our kids are going through the school system. She's working in town at the library, and we're just regular folks that are wanting to see Iowa shape Iowa the best it can.
That's how Senator Grassley started. Obviously, if he runs again and wins, this would be his historic 8th term. It's a long time to spend in the Senate, but the perk of spending that much time being in the Senate is the seniority that you gain. Iowa is a senior state in the U.S. Senate. What would that dynamic change if we had 2 freshman senators?
A couple of thoughts kind of popped in my head for that. He has been in there longer than I've been alive. I respect anybody. I respect Chuck Grassley for being a U.S. Senator for that long, and I'm really here to just offer the next generation of Iowan to take the reins. But the other thing that I feel like if he truly had that seniority, then why is the cattle market where it's at today? Why are ranchers and cattlemen suffering the way they are because things didn't get done? Why are our farmers' cooperatives, co-ops, where we buy our chemicals and our fertilizers and sell our grain and buy our seed, they changed the tax bill on them to raise the taxes on that, which only further hurts our farmers' co-ops and what our farmers and how they can deal. So, like I said, I'm here I'm living, walking, breathing Iowan, and I'm just here to offer that next generation, opportunity to grow and be who we are and shape Iowa into the future.
You are the first to get into the race on the Democratic side. Well, actually, on the whole. I mean, I know technically he has a Republican challenger already, but the Democratic field could get rather wide as we get a little bit closer to 2022. So talk to me a little bit about what sets you apart from some of the other, perhaps more well-known Democrats that are eyeing this race.
Well, first of all, I'm a Western Iowa farmer. We don't tend to see a lot of Democrats from that area. And my family has been able to serve in Crawford County in elected positions because we're able to cut through the divisiveness and the right or the left and truly the polarization of where politics has come today, because we want to sit down and truly find solutions that help the people right here. And I hope to bring that to the table, that I can get that message through. And we've been hitting the ground and putting a lot of miles on it and speaking with a lot of people. And our launch video went viral and been hitting a ton of views on it and just getting our message out there and who I am. And I want to bring that message of uniting us and bringing us together and bridging that gap so that together we can be stronger in all these areas and make Iowa truly a leader in the nation.
That was quite the video. In that video, you also talk about being a Democrat from Western Iowa. You're right. I mean, that's like Steve King country.
Yes, it is. Yes.
And so, I mean, it can be a polarizing area of the state.
Yes.
Do you think you have support from that area of the state?
Yeah, especially the people that know me and know how I work with people. And even when I was on the ISAC executive board and worked with elected officials all across the state and had one of my favorite thing about when we would have meetings in Des Moines is just having coffee and sitting down and what worked for you guys, or you had that issue, we have something similar. What'd you do, or what worked, what didn't work? That's what I thrive on, and that's where you can really come up with solutions that meet in the middle and help people, truly get down to the roots of helping people.
I like your hat, by the way. Is that going to be your signature thing? I saw you wore it in your video. You wore it on Channel 8. Are we going to see that hat throughout the whole entire campaign?
I love my hat. It is who I am, and it keeps me true to who I am. And we are farmers, and we raise cattle and hogs and corn and beans, and we have horses. We actually just had 2 baby colts this year. Our kids love our horses.
What would your dad say to you running for Senate?
He said, "Go kick some ass."